Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to do something special. We're going to be unboxing a mystery box, and this is not Wizards of the Coast sanctioned product. This is actually a product that is created by a local game store here called Bazaar of Magic. What am I talking about? Bazaar of Magic is a Dutch game store. Apparently every year they grace us with the end of the year mystery gift box 2024. And they come in different variations. And today we're going to be unboxing the Commander gift box, as stated here. It's not in stock anymore because they're already shipped, but the price tag was $249.95. And apparently it delivers value of at least 450 euros. So what can you expect? Probably some Commander decks, Commander related products. And my guess is it will be a lot of decks that have been either overstocked or are not as popular as other decks. That's to be expected. And I'm actually curious to see what I can find and what's in the box. So what do you get when you open it? There's some cardboard fluff to protect it, and you can see the uh, different deck boxes here. And let's go through them one by one, see if they're worth anything. Let's go from left to right. Let's see what we have here. This is Commander Merciless Rage. It's Anya Falconruff. Um, but this looks like Commander set piece. I don't know from which set it actually is. Let's see, it's a black and red deck focused on madness. So let's see, at least it has the madness mechanic decline here. Oh, sorry, it's not very clear for camera. But it's Anya Falconruff deck. Oh, let's go and see what actually is contained in this. It's a bit nicked. So maybe that's the reason why they shipped it as a mystery box, is because they couldn't sell it anymore. But it doesn't seem tampered with in that sense. It just seems, you stuffed. Pretty good. So it's a pretty big card. I think this is like one of the showcase cards. What's actually contained in this? Deck box, 100 card commander deck with 70 new cards and 10 double-sided token cards. Go back to their sites and maybe see what they Mercy Rage, if they still sell this. Yeah, the commander deck, they sell it themselves for 50 euros. So to be fair, they're pretty. I think their prices are a bit on the higher end of stuff. They do have a lot of things in stuff, so in stock. So that's probably why they're so popular. But if, for example, if I buy my products at card markets, most of the time are a lot cheaper. They do have a lot of nice accessories and other stuff, and especially gift boxes. So sometimes they have very nice deals. So uh, still a very interesting game store. Maybe there's an overview of all the Commander decks 2019 from the Commander 2019 set. Okay, Merciless Rage. The price value themselves, they value the price as 86.90. Let's see if Goldfish Merciless Rage, if they have some more details in it. Oh yeah, that's nice. They do show the tabletop prices. I normally focus on the card market price in euros, but it gives us an idea of what are the valuable cards in this set. Annie itself, as expected, is not very valuable card. It's a nice a mechanic madness. It's not very common. I used to have a madness deck in the past, but it's very hard to make it work, in my opinion. But maybe I'm doing it wrong. Apparently, the first card that is more than $1 is the Bone Miser. When you discard a creature card, oh, that's actually a pretty decent card. Actually, I understand why this is high value. So that's and as you see, they value this deck as $44 worth, so actually less in euros. So I don't know really where they get the 86.90 from, but that's probably their own prices. I tend to agree more with these kind of prices, especially if you try to sell them on card markets. Let's see if there's another big cards in here. some interesting. I did like Big Game Hunter. It's a nice Madness card, but again, it's very based on the Madness mechanic as well as Nightshade Assassin. Another nice card, Ingaruk's Wake. Great if you in multiplayer. 9 mana is hard to cast. I don't think I've ever cast it fairly. Curse of Fool's Wisdom. Enchant player. Oh, that's and actually has a Madness mechanic, so that it really fits the team very well. I don't know a lot about this deck, but it looks cool deck to play, to be honest. What's the land that's so Sanctum of Eternity? Return target commander you own from the battlefield to your hand. I don't know what the mechanic will be, but still, cool card. Oh no, I think it's not very valuable deck, and I understand why they're putting it in a mystery gift box, so to say. Does seem like a very fun deck though. Yeah, let's continue with the unboxing. Cool, very nice commander. I wouldn't have not looked at it before, but keeping track of this. What's the next one? This is actually pretty happy. Masters of Evil, Universe Beyond. Command Doctor Who. Oh, it's a Doctor Who deck. Masters of Evil. Okay, it's Grixis. Mana at the beginning of your end step, create a 3/3 black Dalek artifact creature token with mana. If an opponent lost 3 or more life this turn, then each opponent with who lost 3 or more life this turn faces a villainous choice. You draw a card or they play you discard card. Oh yeah, it's a lot about this villainous choice mechanic. I've seen this before, I think. What should be in the box? An 100 card deck, 10 plane chase cards. Oh, that's pretty cool. I think these are fun mechanic. I've not used them a lot, but I might reintroduce it in my playgroup. 10 double-sided token cards, planar die, which is necessary for the planar chaos, plane chase, planar chaos. For edge display commander, life wheel, oh yeah, that's like a life counter, deck box, strategy insert, I don't know what that means, and a reference card. Oh well, exterminate, yeah, I've seen a couple of Doctor Who series, I'm not familiar. I know about Daleks, of course, but otherwise I'm not a big Doctor Who fan or so. Cool. I do like Grixis though. It's a cool color combination. Now let's see what this deck goes for. So you put it here a bit. Yeah, let's look this one up. What they're first of all, check what Bazaar Magic is selling themselves for. This is the deck. 71.95. Okay, it's a pretty hefty price. I think we're already approaching half of the value already, based on their own pricing, of course. See what's contained in this. Yeah, if there's anything, all the things we said here, they value the total is about 100 euros more. That's interesting. So there's a big price. They say this deck contains 100 euros more of value than it's actually price tag. Wow. Let's see what Empty Goldfish thinks about this. Masters of Evil. If you know a better site to compare the individual prices of cards within a deck list, I'm open to suggestions. But I think this is they actually value it pretty high as well. Not as high as cards, Bazaar Magic, of course, but still. Let's see what are the interesting cards. We already discussed Davros, the Dalek creator. Cyberman Patrol. Artifact creature you control have Afflict 3. What does Afflict do again? Whenever a creature with Afflict becomes blocked, the panic player loses 3 life. Okay, that's cool. Let's. I did think it was a lot about these villainous choices, so maybe there's more creatures that do that. I'm not very familiar with that mechanic, to be honest. It is fun. I do tend to think that these kind of voting or choice mechanics slow down games a lot. That's a hard thing, right? I love playing those mechanics, but they make games so much slower because all the opponents have to weigh in, think a choice, do the politics. So every turn you do this villainous choice, really adds up in time. The Alton Soldier. I actually know this card, and actually I really like that one. That's an Alton Soldier. That's an artifact creature, alien soldier. And you can make it a copy of any other creature, except it is a legendary, and it's an artifact, and it has myriads, and that's actually powerful mechanic. So you can play this as any creature. So if you have some huge Eldrazi, if an opponent or yourself have a huge Eldrazi or some other creature, You just bring this into play, it becomes that, and actually has Myriad, and it will start attacking. Cool cards, and actually it's the price tag. I think it's the combination of the powerfulness, and probably it has not been reprinted at any time or will be reprinted because it's very Doctor Who themed. Maybe I'm wrong. Again, with the Cyberman Squadron, non-legendary artifacts creatures you control have Myriad, well, it's the same thing. Myriad, pretty powerful mechanic. So, cool workarounds mechanic, also an artifact creature. It does fit in the artifact creature team with the Cyberman patrols, and it's cool. The Master Multiplied, it's not an expensive card, but it adds up. So the legend rule doesn't apply to creature tokens you control, which is great with Myriad. And also triggered abilities you control that cause you to sacrifice or exile creature tokens, or triggered abilities you control can't cause you to sacrifice or exile creature tokens you control. What that means is the Myriad trigger at the end, you have to sacrifice it at the end of combat. Where was it? Autumn Soldier doesn't happen anymore. So if you have the Master Multiplied on the battlefield, as well as your either Autumn Soldier or the Cyberman Squadron, those creatures will stay, those tokens will stay, and will also have Myriads, and it can get out of hand pretty quickly. Pretty cool. Some more Dalek cards. Cyber Conversion, turn target face down creature. Turn target creature face down. It's a 2/2 Cyberman. It's a cool reality shift kind of cards. It's a double pips, so it's cool, but it's nice. For blue, it's pretty good to get rid of creature. Let's see. And Snarber Mara, each opponent faces a villainous choice. Okay, this is the villainous choice. Really fits the theme of the deck. So as far as like the usefulness of these cards outside of this deck, I don't know. You can probably build around these Cybermen and Autumn Soldier, put them in decks that have a lot of creatures, or I don't know, do a lot of these myriad triggers. The other creatures are very themed, but I really like the theme. It's a well cohesive idea, I think. Snuff Out, pretty good destroy creature, especially if you start with 40 life. So, Blasphemous Axe, stable. Nice art though. Yeah. Soul Ring, okay, interesting art. Lightning Greaves, always good. No matter how many reprints you get, these will stay up in the high prices. You can put in it. These are auto include for every commander deck because you can protect your commander with them. Unless you need to target your own commander, then you need what's it called? Swift Foot Boots. Talismans of Dominance, pretty good cards. These are pretty good staples actually for a commander deck, so I understand the value. Thought Vessel, also good star card. He's a Screwdriver. Propaganda, nice. I always love Propaganda. It's easy to put down, and people don't spend too much mana to removing it. Wound Reflection. Oh, at the beginning of each end step, each opponent loses life, each lose life. Oh, how this is. I think there's combos with this, right? There's this card now that loses half your life or something, and with this you lose everything. So 6 mana, it's just putting it in a random deck makes it maybe not that good, but otherwise I think there's a lot of decks that really use this card very well. Any interesting lands? Dragonskull Summit and Drowned Catacombs, really good lands, I think. Good value for money. Haunted Bridge, Reliquary Tower, nice art. Always good. Shipwreck March and Stormcave Ghost. Yeah, all in all, to be honest, there's looking at the other cards. Solemn Simulacrum, yeah, Beat the Swarm, Blasphemous Axe. So there's a lot of good staples in here. So just looking at these cards by themselves, they're pretty decent. I don't think I would play this deck out of the box, maybe once or something, but I think the cards themselves are pretty good. As I said, I don't really like the villainous choice options that much. So far, not too shabby mystery box. Can't wait to see what else is in here. Let's continue with the next item. So let's remove this one. It almost feels like when we go and announce Sinterklaas, but it's Christmas, unwrapping your presents, but it's in the beginning of January, so pretty cool. What is this then? Okay. Green, black, white, enduring enchantments. Okay. That's Aniktea, Hand of Urboros, legendary enchantment creature, demigod, menace. Other enchantments you control have menace. Pretty good. 5 mana, 4/4. I don't know. Seems decent. From which Commander Masters. I really like that set. What it contains? 100 card deck, 10 new cards, deck box, 10 double-sided token cards, nice foil edge commander, light wheel, strategy insert. Let's look what Bazaar Magic thinks the worth of this deck is. I'll put it here. They say it's worth 120 euros. They put it on sale for 80, 79.95. I'm going to keep this price. Yeah, so interesting product, as I said, all these entries. So they say this deck's actually worth over 160 euros. Interesting. Yeah, I can't wait to see what cards are in this deck. It's actually $90, but not too bad actually. See here, Composer of Spring. That's actually a nice card. It's a constellation, so whenever an enchantment enters the battlefield under your control, you may put a land from your hand onto the battlefield tapped. If you control 6 or more enchantments, you may put a creature or a land from your hand tapped. It's great includes, especially in this deck, because you keep recurring these items from the graveyard, and it's once enters the battlefield. So $4 seems worth it. Herald of the Pantheon, enchantment spells cost 1 less. And when you cast enchantment, gain 1 life. It's a great card for this deck, and it's a great card overall, I think. Just life gain. Incidentally, life gain, it's always good. Sanctum Weaver, love this card. Seems like a normal mana dork when you just put it down, but putting some enchantment, this will get out of hands very quickly. Citrus Harvest Hand. This is a great card. Actually, I can't believe it's only just $2, but maybe it's been reprinted so many times. When you cast an enchantment spell, you gain 1 life and draw a card. So, wow, this is like an engine in itself. Course of Groupix, enchantment creature. Top of your library revealed. Play a land from the top of your library. And when a land enters, you gain a life. So there's a lot of incidental life gain in this deck. That's pretty cool. Dryad of the Elysian Grove. Great card. Mason Enchantress, it's not an expensive card, but still, it really makes sense in this deck. What are more expensive cards? Seasoned Champion, also Constellation. Whenever enchantment enters, put the +1/+1. I love these enchantment decks. They're awesome. I do think they're sometimes a little bit boring, because sometimes it's just finding the engine pieces and just start casting your entire deck, which is fun. Don't get me wrong, but it always works in the same thing, right? You draw cards, play an enchantment, put something in play, and then in the end you have like all the enchantments from your entire deck. And the difference between games is just if somebody finds something to deal with enchantments or not. To draw an enchantress, whenever you play an enchantment, you draw a card. I didn't expect this card to be as expensive, but still, it's a pretty cool card. 99 cents, Island of Blossoms, also a powerhouse in itself. When it enters, you draw cards, but every enchantment you play, you draw a card. So for a green, white, black deck, a card draw, awesome. What are more expensive cards? On the Spirit Dancer. Copy, wow. When an enchantment enters your battlefield in your control, you may create a token that's a copy of it. Only once a turn, but still, there are some very powerful enchantments you can put out in the battlefield. Galax, really love this Planeswalker. It's only 90 cents, but still. Farseek, or like these are staples like Path to Exile, Farseek, Rampant Growth, Godamus Reach, Calling Ritual, and Extinguish All Hope. So the first ones are just staples in any commander or any deck, so to say. Didn't expect Godamus Reach to be that expensive, but Farseek, but I would expect them to be less with all the reprints, but maybe it's this specific version, I don't know. Extinguish All Hopes, great in enchantment decks like destroy all non-enchantment creatures. That's very devastating if you're on the other end of that. Sol Ring, I think they put it in every commander deck. I don't think I would have put it in an enchantment deck, especially with the amount of card draw on land, but still. Arcane Signet goes same. Dreadhorde Invasion. If you lose 1 life and amass 1 zombies, when a zombie token you control with power 6 per attacks, gain lifelink. It's a great enchantment. It feels like a win more, but on the other hand, it's an enchantment and it helps you with the incidental life gain. There's a nice outlet for it. Calling Heart Expedition. Let's see. Let's focus on the more expensive cards, otherwise this video will be too long. Foolish Impetus. Death Touch, Goaded. Nice. Returns to the battlefield. Okay. That's a pretty good card to deal with a very strong creature your opponent controls having not attack you. Goaded is a nice mechanic, but it's also very risky because if you're just a last player standing, they still have to attack you. Paladar Retreat, always it's very nice with landfall decks. I think it's because there's so many ways to cheat lands into play with Dryad of the Elysian Grove and Composer of Spring. Otherwise, and it's of course an enchantment. Otherwise, I would say it's a bit of a miss. But again, a +1/+1 counter each creature, and since this reanimates all your enchantments as creatures, that's cool. The Boon of the Spirit Realm, Blessing counter, each blessing counter. Cool. Mirari's Wake. Wow, that's if you had any mana problems, you won't have it after this card. And that's the so if they deal if they can deal with all the enchantments all the time, then this deck is sitting around doing nothing. But if you get off a couple of these, except for engine rolling, man, this is unstoppable. I think. Starfield of Nyx, $16 card. It's also very great. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may return target enchantment from your graveyard to the battlefield. Well, as long as you control 5 or more enchantments, each other non-aura enchantment you control has a creature in addition to its other types. That's base power and base toughness equals to its mana value. It really goes well with the enchantments as creatures mechanic, so it's great that they included this card. Really fits the team very well. Battle the Hellbolt. For each player, exile up to one target non-saga. Permanent, do that twice and create Evasion. The nice thing about these sagas is they will die at the end of their last chapter, but then they get reanimated by Onyxia. Any noteworthy lands? I think they really put all their effort in the enchantments, which they did very well. Sandworm Convergence, it's only 37 cents, but wow, the great enchantment. Creature flying can attack you at the beginning of your end step, create a 5/5 green worm token. I heard somewhere that the token for this card will cost more than actually the card itself, due to the number of reprints, but yeah, cool. It explains. So, not a lot of very good lands, but you know, they had to balance out the deck. I do like the temples that will make you scry. Cool deck. I really like that one. Yeah. Yeah, so based on the value of Bazaar Magic, €80. So we're at, I think, almost €200 already. And I don't think we're half through the box. Let's see. Let's continue with the unboxing. Yeah, yeah, I might actually play this deck at some point. Or it's very valuable, very nice deck. Let's see the next deck. Camis Obscura Oculus. It's Street of New Commander. It's white, blue, black. Whenever you attack, target attacking creature can be blocked this turn. It connives. Then it chooses another attacking creature with a lesser power. That creature creates double strike at the end of turn. A lot of text to see what the deck actually does. Includes collective booster sample pack plus. Okay. 2 legendary traditional foils. Interesting. So 100 card deck with 50 cards, deck box, token cards, foil edge, displays commander label, a strategy insert, and a reference card. So it also includes this mini collective booster pack with 2 foils. Well, no, booster packs, always nice. Yeah, Obscura Operation. See what's in store for us, what they actually say this one is worth. So actually, yeah, this is one. €60 only, but still. Yeah, a 2-card collected booster sample pack, as they said. They say the card value is 95.80. They actually it's like $50 in cards. Makes sense. To be honest, based on just reading the commander, I didn't have an immediate idea of what this Salafit Rogue does or what the idea is. Yeah, so you have to attack multiple creatures. They have to have different powers. It's maybe an interesting workaround commander. It seems hard to really have this exact situation going every time and have the lesser one have double strike and the other one connive, and maybe I'm missing the point. Maybe I'm not smart enough for this. Not a lot of valuable cards. Can be blocked. Ghost Pilfer is a nice card though. It's only 25 cents, but there's a lot of can be blocked sphere. Okay, so the idea is just attack with small power creatures that cannot be blocked, so you can trigger all these actions. Makes sense. Celibate Face Taker. Can be blocked, yeah, of course. At the beginning of your combat of your turn, you may have Celibate Face Taker become a copy of another target creature until end of turn, except it's a 1/4 and it has this creature can be blocked. So, actually, it's just like an anime card, I don't know, manga card, whatever. Cool. Yeah, there's some shenanigans you can do with this, but really hard to actually get that going. There's a lot of certain ninjas in this, specters, because Fallen Shinobi is a ninja deck. There's a lot of overlap with ninjas, I guess. You want things that have to be unblockable, but there's no a lot of ninjutsu except for this one. When it does combat damage, the players exile the top 2 cards of the library until end of turn. You may play those cards without paying any mana cost. Yeah, that's a pretty nasty commander. Ninja card. Not overpowered. Rexel, the Risen Deep. Island Walk, Swamp Walk, of course, things that help you with being unblockable. Those combat damage, you may cast that instant sorcery from that player's graveyard without playing its mana cost. That spell will be put in the graveyard, exile out the stats, so you can only do that once, sure. An offer you can't refuse, counter target non-creature spell, it controls Kish. Oh, it's a pretty cool counter. Sorts of Plowshares, very good. Obscura Charm, yeah. Yeah, it's a decent deck. Currency Converter. Whenever you discard a card, you may exile a card from your graveyard. Draw the card, discard a card. Exile. It's a land. Well, yeah, there's a lot of these things that can work together very well if the correct situation arises, I think. Soul Ring. Great auto include always for these decks. Power Stone as well. Especially if you want to cast things from your opponents. Stroke Resonator. Yeah, that's from this deck. Probably. I don't know if there's a lot of. I didn't look at all the cards, but triggered abilities. But this is like an auto include my Planeswalker deck. Copy all the Planeswalker ultimates. Great. Clicker Boots. Great protection for your commander. Quite Spike. I really like that card as well. Smuggler Share. At the beginning of your end step, draw a card for each opponent who draws 2 or more cards this turn. Then create a treasure for. Oh, that's a nice enchantment to keep things fair. Any good land cards? Defaults Fidelity. It's pretty good. Otherwise, nothing really much of notes in this deck. It's a decent deck. I think it's a lot of hit. I do love the Deer Kraken. It's a great card. Well, to share it. So I understand it, Mitch. I would probably not have bought this deck myself, but it's nice to get it from a mystery box. So I really get the appeal. Okay, let's move on. Box getting more and more empty. Let's move this one out of the way. All 4 decks so far, 2 to go. So there's some. Oh, look, there's some booster, collector boosters actually. I think these are just deck boxes. Check them out in a second. Okay, Modern Horizons, not the worst of sets. And that's kind of an understatement. Graveyard Overdrive. Fill your graveyard, avenge the dead. Modern Horizons 3, Commander. Booster Sample Pack, Collector Booster Sample Pack. 2 Legendary Traditional Foils. Is that an addition to the booster? Well, let's see. 100 card deck, 50 new cards. Deck box, double-sided tokens. 4 Edge Commander. Light Wheel. Oh, yeah. Black, red, green. Let's see. Graveyard Overdrive. Yeah, let's move to the side again. Graveyard Overdrive. This one, right? They discounted it from 84.95 to 64.95. So I'm getting the 64.95 price for the value of the mystery book box. They value the individual cards at 188. Wow, that's the big price difference. Yeah, can't wait to see what this one actually does. These are the Restless. Whenever a Lorgoyf permanent card is put in your graveyard from anywhere other than the battlefield, put it into the battlefield. Okay. So if you discard it or whatever. Whenever one or more creatures you control do combat damage to a player, create a Tarmogoyf. Oh yeah, really like Tarmogoyf. It's Blast from the Past. So I don't. It used to be one of the best cards at some point. I think in Modern especially. Not seen it a lot in other formats, but you sometimes get so many card types nowadays. So there is a ceiling, of course, on Tarmogoyfs. I think what's Tarmogoyf? Tarmogoyf's power is equal to the number of cards types among cards in all graveyards, and toughness is that +1. So just put it in on the battlefield. You get a 0/1 for 2 mana, but it's hardly ever that because there are so many card types nowadays. Of course, you have the defaults like creature, artifact, enchantment, instant sorcery, lands. But now you have planeswalkers, battles. I don't know what else, but there's more and more card types nowadays. So there's of course ceiling, but still, a late game it can be a very powerful creature. And let's see what this deck tries to do. Let's see what Goldfish has to say. Actually, price it pretty high-ish, 88. So not this guy itself, which is only 25 cents card, but Ignoble Hierarch, it's a nice staple. Goblin Shaman taps for 3 different kinds of mana. Exalted as well. Barrogoyf, 994. Death Touch Lifelink. It's the Tarmogoyf Plus or something. Number of card types. Deals combat damage to the player. Mill that many cards. Okay. And you may put a creature from that. Okay. Yeah, this is a way to get more cards in your graveyard, creating higher power, etc., etc. And Death Touch Lifelink helps you to stay alive. Zavala is a nice card as well. If another creature enters the battlefield, you may draw cards power greater than other creature. Yeah, and add mana to its power. It's great in a go tall deck. Anger. Wow. Yeah, it's a great card to have in your graveyard. I think it's haste. Pyroglyph. Goyf. Equal to yeah, it's also a Tarmogoyf clone. Deals damage equal to its power to any target, so it's also a way to kill something when it hits the battlefield. And especially if you keep recurring it. Siege Gang Lieutenant. It's actually Goblin Lieutenant. You have your commander, create 2 red Goblin tokens. A haste, sacrifice. Yeah, probably some synergy with goblins as well. I don't know. Archon of Cruelty. Enters the battlefield, attacks target opponent, sacrifice a creature or planeswalker. Discards a corpse and lose 3 life. So that's also a way to up the size of your Tarmogoyfs. I think that's actually gets reprinted in the Strats remastered, or in the Strats revisited, whatever. Will probably drop in price, but still a good card. Liliana, nice. These great planeswalkers for fun, but yeah, they're not that valuable. Chandra's Ignition, yeah, dark creature you control deals damage to its power to each other creature and each opponent. So yeah, if you have a big creature, that's game over. Soul Ring, of course. Lightning Greaves, wow. Talismans again. The Reaver Cleaver. Equipped creature gets +1 and has trample. And if they search it throw, oh, that's good way to pay for all these double X spells. Nice. Any other cards of interest? I think these lands are okay. Nothing really to write home about, but decent deck. Cool. Yeah. Yeah, so far I can't complain. It's a very nice box so far. I think we have one deck remaining and some other stuff we have to look into. Yeah, let's go back to the unboxing. Yeah, as I said, great Overdrive, great deck, great value. Last deck I see here. Creative Energy, Modern Horizons 3 again. It's also a bit scuffed, but makes sense to put it in these kind of mystery packs. When you unwrap them, you don't care about what the outside looks like. Yeah, Jeskai, blue, red, red. I think this is based on energy counters and stuff like that. So, will be interesting now with Ether Drift coming up. Energy might get another boost. I think it got a small boost with the Fallout sets and now with the Creative Energy set. So, I think Energy is back here to stay. Yeah, let's see what we can say about this deck. Energy, 64.95. I think that's the same as the other deck. Let's see. They say this is actually the higher price, 134.95. So let's see how they 78.82. That's pretty decent. Satire. I don't think this is the right art. Did I get the or there's another that's actually cheaper than these people. Maybe it actually is the card. Interesting where these price differences come from. Let's err on the side of caution and look at what does this card do? Human Artificer. Menace haste. When it attacks, create a tapped and attacking token of copy of up to one other target non-token creature you control. Yep. You get 2 energy counters, and at the beginning of your next end step, sacrifice that token unless you pay an amount of energy equal to its mana value. So, yeah, when you attack, you get a copy of something, which non-token gets 2 energy at least, and if you pay energy, you can make sure it doesn't go away at the end of turn. What are some notable cards? Professional Pacebreaker. I think that's a default card in any treasure deck. When you, it's a menace 3/2. When you one or more creatures you control do combat damage, create a treasure, or sacrifice treasure, exile the top card of your library. You may play this card. It's pretty cool mechanic. Goldspan Dragon. Wow, that's a very decent card. When it attacks or becomes target of a spell, create a treasure, and treasures will attack for 2 mana. So will make your treasures twice as good. Really like this card. Yeah, very nice price actually for a Goldspan Dragon. A Chrome as well. Actually, Swords of Plowshares, it's 129, okay. A Chrome as well. Great card. If you control your commander, you can do both. The creatures will become extra strong or um, extra protective, so attack or defense, or you can do both and win. Farewell, awesome that they put this card in here. I really like Austere Command as well, but Farewell is great too, just clear the board. I will say it will make games last way longer because you have to rebuild everything, so I'm not a big fan. I like board wipes that are more one-sided, like Cyclone Grift. All my stuff keeps on the battlefield, all your stuff goes, but it's a great card nonetheless. Any other Talisman of Creativity? These prices between these talismans are so different, but sure. Wow, deals 1 damage to you. I didn't know these cards were so expensive, but 1 damage is for a double land that comes into play untapped. Maybe good. Battlefield Forge, same story, of course. Mysticate, yeah. Fever Reef, it's a pretty good deck. Yeah. Didn't look at all the cards, so some of them have to do with energy, but others, of course, your Solemn, which is a great card to copy. Because if you copy it and you don't pay them energy, it will net you another card. So, yeah, I really like the idea of this deck. I don't know how powerful it is. I think it's missing some key pieces to really make it work. But again, just based on my 3-minute analysis, I would not have bought this deck myself, to be honest. Yeah, that's the fun thing about these unboxings. Sometimes you get decks that you would never ever buy for yourself. Maybe it will get more valuable as the Ether set arrives, and maybe some of these will synergize very nicely. Let's see. So what else is in the deck? So, wow, Commander Legends, Dungeon Dragons, and Battlefield Baldur's Gates collector boosters. 3 of them. So let's double check the prices of these cards. 32.50. Wow. I'm looking at the same one. Yeah, this is the same one. Oh, these. Because what is the chance? 32.50. I can also imagine that not a lot of people are just buying these packs because 32.50 is a lot. So 60 magic cards, full showcase, edge, legendary, common or common, rare, mythic. See what are the most interesting. And these are of course, you have all these dragons and special versions of these dragons. I can imagine why these are very interesting. Any other really good cards? That's why these cards are so in. Is it just for the dragons? Am I missing something? No, yes, nice. Must be. It's interesting why these. I have to do some more research why this is such a high price tag. There's probably some cards you can only find in this set. I should have done a little bit more research. But wow, that's almost 100 euros in values from those packs alone. Cool. Yeah, that's a good value. Thanks. Can't wait. What else in here? Let's see. Pro 100 deck box. Nice. It's Ultra Pro deck box with. I think this is Whale Health or something. It's a zombie monster. I don't know. I'm not very familiar with the magic lore. Cool. Let's just for posterity check what these deck boxes are worth on their site. So 100 deck. See what they come up with. I can't really find the exact one. Will probably take some time. Let's say Liliana's 425. So I'm assuming this is the same one. So for ease, just put these boxes down as 425. They're on sale from 495, but gonna make the big difference. Yeah. So we have. It doesn't say who it is. I would say this is Will Health or something. I think Will Health or Rod Cleaver. I think he has a cleaver. Makes sense. I don't know. Then we have this person. I would say this is looks Izzity, spell slingery. I don't know. Another 425 box, I guess. I don't think there's any rarity in these boxes. This looks like a goblin matriarch kind of thing. I don't know. It's probably saying some very stupid stuff. Yeah, and then we have these interesting printed deck protector covers. You okay? Probably some meme I'm not getting you as color coded. I don't know. You. What other ones? Another. Well, some hearts that are depleting. I don't think I would put the cards in these, but sure. It's they're probably overstocked. Yeah, great. And Cosmics. That's with their logo, so probably they create these themselves. These are life counters, click counters. Well, these are nice. Elevate your game. Looks cool. Yeah. Let's double check these sleeves just for um, total price value. Printed deck, maybe accessories, sleeves. Ultra Pro, yes. Artwork, well, Ultra Pro, yes, yeah. Are they artwork? I don't know. Because the ones are on sale, maybe they will pop up somewhere. I don't know. I can't imagine these are worth a lot. Most popular, not on sale. And let's then just do the opposite, least popular. See, let's what's on page 18. Yeah, that's side loaded. I mean, let's put them on €3 back. I think that's quite gracious. Total of six leaf and see what the counter is. No, not counter spell. What's it called? Click counter. Yeah, the Cosmics click counter. €10. Wow, that's steep. I have two of them now. Okay, well, all in all, can't say I'm unhappy about this box. It's a very nice pool. Again, I probably wouldn't have bought this product myself, but it's always nice to get some random stuff. It gets you inspired sometimes in new decks, new possibilities. And if I go back to their site, yeah, let's go back to the Magic Gift Box 2024 Commander. I paid €250 for it, and calculating all these prices together, based on their site, I got well over €450 worth of money. I think the total amount is 470 based on their current price on their site. That being said, based on individual car prices and value for money, I think the actual value of these products probably goes closer to this price. But that doesn't really matter. It's still fun to open these boxes, have this ID, and actually the three boosters. Maybe I pull something great out of it. It's or maybe not. It's fun. So in all, if you have the money to spare, and you're putting adventures, I would definitely go. Let's do the Magic Mystery Gift Box 2025 next year. Maybe we'll do some other similar things during the year. But if you're really looking for specific cards or specific versions, I would still say buy the singles. Well, that being said, thanks for watching, and hope to see you next time.